people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 26 of The Greatest Attorney. Last time, we were basically cross-examining Gina Lestrade, and then we came to the conclusion that, basically, that Mason's body had entered through the skylight, and that potentially First and Fairplay killed him. So, anyways, we're now going to hear McGilded's glorious theory. What are you insinuating now? Ah, Mr. Fairplay, it's been too long, so it has. If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not, your repayment date? I beg your pardon! You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconstitutional rate of interest, you tricked me, it's extortion! Well now, is that such a begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fellow to pass his crimes off on another. Ah! And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You be making hats for a living, do you not? There top hats lying about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm going to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. Hey, the perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. I swear that just sounds so wrong. Customers such as Thrice Fried Mason. Ah! There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence of fraud, my lord. Oh yeah, yes, this you mean. I can't help but think that poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar. I can't help thinking that poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar. Wouldn't you say? Oh! That's one of my hats. That it is, so it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours then. The sort of customer, I'd wager, you could have had a weak war with over the, distinctiveness of the goods. Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Well, that's really nothing more to add. It would be, right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I reserve my case. You little weasel! Ah! He's better at this than I am. I swear, we need McGilded Ace Attorney. Welcome to my law office. As you can see, I made it very nice. As you can see, we got the purple carpeting, which makes the place really stand out. And over there, we had the blood red walls, very classy, really goes with the carpets. And here we have some giant marble pillars. That's right, I only bought the best marble pillars I could find. So that way my office has some real elegant vibe to it. And then I shall defend the clients. Gosh, Mr. McGilded has certainly been through thorough in his research, hasn't he? Please, don't let me interrupt. Don't let me, little interruption, hold up the proceedings. Hat Hunter. Open it. Yeah, hold it. Are you quite certain about that? The skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute. He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said. Take a look at yourself for yourself. Go on. You see, it's shut fast now, just like it was on the night. So he is, of course, a fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still and all. What? Just look at the size of that thing, you understand. Ah, now hold on there a minute, sir. The size of that thing means nothing. On its own, let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, Well, I broke wind loudly. I shocked myself with it as it happens.
This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is I tried to open the skylight, you see. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me. I went as red as a rogue, I did.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried when I was inside the cabin of shame. Well, she gonna bring up the fart?
Excuse me.
Gina has fart stories. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade! It opens. The skylight. Damn it, CzarThwomp, I'm not some mookie. You can't go around flubbing my words like that. That is what we're talking about, right? Now I'm gonna pop a cap up your ass. All them skylights open dead easy. Now puck up, cause your asshole's gonna be getting a smoke capsule. More easily than you can load that weapon? That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, You can't do it from the inside, you mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck on one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had passes coming out me ears.
Miss Lestrade! This is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities.
Well, anyways, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't off the bus and leg it. So what I did was, I used the skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through it. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. The skylight opens from the roof deck.
Bailiff! Climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
Oh! Oh, my hat! See?
Order! So, it appears that the street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck... It's an Ryuuno! This could be the clue we've been looking for!
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Let me save. Yeah, watch how I'm gonna get the guilty verdict. Watch how it's gonna fail. Because I'm gonna present the omnibus. Because we just proved that it opens from the roof. I wanna go in and make sure. I wanna be thorough. Come on, you don't have to say that every time. So the catch of the skylight is on the top side. Yes, but it's not fastened at the moment, so we can slide it open from here. Okay. Let's see the roof. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witness would have been able to see them quite clearly. That's not good for us. Okay. Let's present.
Objection.
We failed! The witness's last name is clear at odds with this piece of evidence.
I'm sorry, counsel, but I failed to see the connection.
Oh.
And for heaven's sake, would you kindly desist from that wide-eyed, panic-stricken look you are one to wear? Thank you, counsel. That will do. I've seen enough. According to the powers vested in me by Her Majesty the Queen, I declare no further examination necessary. As such, I shall be requesting the final decision of the members of the jury. Are you all ready, Mr. Foreman?
Certainly, my lord.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will announce your findings to the court in turn, please.
Guilty.
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 Yeah, look how the scale just reset.
Everyone, the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded. I thank the good ladies and gentlemen of the jury for their swift, insightful contemplation. That is all. This court is adjourned.
No higher trial in a month's time. Resume a saved game. Yeah, but certainly that is a more dramatic game over than the other ones in the series, where it's like, oh, the judge, you're guilty. This trial will be appealed to a higher court.
Hold it!
Proof. That's right. That's right, I demand to hear it. We came here to say what we saw, I tell you, not for this. But you could call us both shysters, brand us as criminals. You could call us liars, that's what he means, and accuse us for doing it. As it stands at the moment. There's no odd evidence that incriminates yourselves, now is there? I believe we're in much of the same position as one another here. Ah! If I don't crack this case open, he'll crack his teeth. I wonder if these two men are really involved in some way. I couldn't say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. McGilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here. I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of a trial. Evidence. No one can argue against decisive evidence, including the numbers of members of the jury. So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence. Yes, Mr. Naruto, precisely. I do have evidence. Yes, the hat. Really? What am I doing wrong, though? Yes. Okay, let's try pressing this again. Okay. So really, are we gonna get another point? Is it gonna be like that other piece of testimony? Okay. Come on, I want to see if there's anything else. Okay, we already went through that one. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to determine. I'm trying to see. Okay. I'm trying to determine just what we're doing.
Hold it!
Maybe this is where it's going to go. Okay. Yeah, we go get another thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to see what we're doing. But we now know that the skylight does in fact open. And what's more, the catch that secures it is found on the roof deck side. That is getting flaming onkus! This is getting absurd, he said. Completely absurd. That's right. Neither of us even knew the skylight had a catch. If we didn't know, we couldn't have opened it. And if we did open it, we couldn't have kicked the fellow down. Please, where is this idea about kicking the victim through the skylight coming from? Whoever designed these carriages anyways, fancy not being able to open the skylight from inside? What about breaking wind? Didn't they think of that? The trauma I endured? There's no point in having a skylight if you can't spare your investment, is there? We're really getting off topic here.
If you casually actually have a point, pray, do enlighten the rest of us.
I'll tell you what my point is. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Yeah, proof. Okay. No blood on the seats. Yes, the Phoenix Wright Omnibus! Phoenix Wright's Omnibus! The Phoenix Wright Omnibus! Phoenix time traveled! Yes, the Phoenix Wright Omnibus. I'm loving that reference. Okay. What am I missing, though? Anything new with this one?
Hold it!
Okay. Anything? Nope. Okay. What is going on here? Okay. Come on.
Hold it!
Okay, am I missing something though? Okay, anything new though? Really? Okay, more things. Yes. Everyone is a suspect. Everyone is a suspect in this case. Okay, I don't think it's going to be the ledger again. Okay. No one would notice. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to look. I'm sorry I'm doing this again, but I am not... I know what our argument is, basically. We're arguing about the thing. So let's just see what the game thinks. Let's see what the game thinks on this matter. I'm sorry I'm doing this. Okay, it's gonna be this one. Okay, apparently it is this statement. I'm using that one just to give me some process of elimination. Fell to the skylight. Where's our proof?
Objection!
The knife? There's clearly something odd about that last statement.
There's clearly something odd here indeed. Your behavior, counsel.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna basically... Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna basically load the file. Take that back. Thankfully, I did save. Okay.
Objection.
What? Come on! Really, what is going on here? I know we're trying to argue about the freaking victim falling to the skylight. Yeah, we're gonna keep hearing this over and over again. We're gonna keep hearing this song. Okay.
Objection.
Okay, I am going to be presenting everything. I am going to present everything if I have to. Well, at least we know it's this statement. We at least know it's this one statement that I saved on. Okay. We did the knife. We did the omnibus.
Objection.
What the heck? I pretty much presented everything except the armband.
Hold it.
Okay. I'm just confused. What the heck is going on here? I present the gloves. I present the omnibus, I believe. Let me just go right to the end. Let me go right to the end. Okay.
Objection.
What is the thing? Okay, I'm going full story mode to basically see what the heck is going on with this. Really? Why? Let's do this. Okay. That's blood, isn't it? Is something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. And yet, Zieks has made no mention of it. I suppose that does seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Yes, yes, we know about the catch in the skylight. What? That wasn't there when I checked it! I knew that blood was going to appear, but I did not know that blood was going to appear now, I swear. Okay, turn off story mode. Apparently I'm going crazy. Why not to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruto? Why someone like me? No, what is it? Look, just here, look at this. That's, without a question, it's blood. Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to this case, can it? You know what? Screw it. We're gonna finish this case in this episode. Because I am upset.
Objection.
There! I'm sorry about that. You saw me check the omnibus earlier. I did not see that blood there. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utterly humbug! Ah, you can't possibly have any evidence! No, you can't! I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you! It's impossible!
Irrefutable proof here in this courtroom. Counsel,
My lord!
I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Where exactly within this omnibus is the evidence to which you allude?
Why couldn't this have been done earlier?
You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
Why couldn't they have just let us do this earlier? Why couldn't they have just let us do this when we present the omnibus?
Got it!
By Jupiter, is that blood? Ah!
This blood stain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows. Now, Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of the crime.
No! Order!
Hold it!
But the blood could have sprayed up when the fellow was down inside the cabin. And only found its way to that one particular spot in the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convenient. And let's keep in mind that the skylight can only be unfastened from the roof deck. Myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, or would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? It's all too plain if we see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped him from a fair height right there, so it is. What? No! But it can't be. It's all lies!
Hold it!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is a clear proof of the defense's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can. Yes, sir. It's clear to me where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? Well, now I'm going to pull out their eyes with this knife.
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate! You know how bad the dry cleaning bills are?
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Oh, sorry. I almost read the wrong voice.
Chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would ye be referring to then now, Lord Van Zieks?
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void!
What? Why?
For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed!
Objection!
What? What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood!
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. I know! I was there when I was updating the autopsy report. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-toothed comb. So I cannot state with absolute surety. No such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began. But, are you suggesting, Lord Van Zieks, that the stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session.
What? What a palaver. I must say that I did not expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zieks. But I'm Magnus Mother effing McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contribution to public life. I don't take kindly slander, and I'll fight to the bitter end. I'll fight you to the bitter end, but first take off your shirt. I will not fight a man unless he's not wearing a shirt. That's my rules. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in many a great affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved with is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses, buying the jury members' ponies. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut tut, Lord Van Zieks. This will not do to be sure. Wait till now, counsel. Oh, no. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blow on the skylight didn't exist, ye say? But, if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom this entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, counsel? If it's true, the omnibus has been in full view the entire time that court has been in session.
My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think... Frankly, I want to see what it is for yes. For basically, there was no way. Because, frankly, I know for a fact that McGilded forged the evidence. McGilded forged the blood. And basically, this is all concocted by him. It could have been... Basically, it's out of the question.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruto? You've fallen silent.
I want to say that's out of the question. I mean, it has to be, doesn't it? But for some reason, I just can't bring myself to say it.
But the omnibus is in full view of everyone in the courtroom the entire time. It's it is out of the question that someone could have tampered with it, surely, isn't it? Oh my, you don't think... Might it actually have been possible?
As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh!
Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the same, Miss Gina Lestrade. What's going on?
Be careful, Mr. Naruto! Cover your face!
Bailiff! Don't let the accused escape! Secure my badass omnibus! Lay down your life for the omnibus if you must! I hereby go on emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Are you wise? What are ye trying to pull, ye rotten feckless gouger? Feckless gouger? Ye supposed to be defending me. This is tis a wicked plot. Tis a plot under my me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier, as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies such as, to start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seats. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present in the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zieks, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw it fit to do such a thing.
What do you think?
Sorry?
About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
I have an inkling. I don't know. I'm going with that. My lord,
Yes, counsel?
there is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What in the devil's name? Or are you going to say now? If you dare betray me, you little maggot, you'd best start watching your back, because I'll jump on it and I'll start punching you.
Silence, Mr. McGilded! The court awaits the defendant's clarification.
This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly?
Okay, I'm gonna save here. Just to be on the safe side.
Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial?
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Have a cookie. Although as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
I believe that the blood stain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Ugh! This trial is over!
Mr. McGilded!
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it's all over now. But you're the defendant! 'Tis over, I tell ye! Now take off your shirt and dance for me before I have an episode! I will clump over this bench and I will kick your ass! Look at the ugh in my eyes! I have the strength of the insane! Memory! Recollection! What people think they saw! 'Tis all nonsense! Facts are what counts, and the fact is that blood stain is there now. Well, and over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn as it been, that good-for-nothing Reaper, the Bailey, has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. So I thought better of Lord Van Zieks. Well, my lord.
I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of the individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular blood stain in question is very much in existence. and in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Von Zieks, what is your position? You know my position. The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty,
Yes.
which would mean we've won.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained circumstances?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes... I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man?
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good. Good gracious me! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused's innocence into question? Are you of sound mind?
Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Ah! Now take off your shirt and dance for me. Do the victory dance. Your job here is done, fella, and have some fine work ye done, so ye have. What do you mean? This right is the right, honorable gentleman, so we're succinctly put it for. The trial cannot go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than formality. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha! I really don't know what to make of all of this.
Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. This stinking rich are always guilty of something. You, mark my words.
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us that lovely park. I shall build a statue in his honor.
Now the proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
I thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Von Zieks, my lord, the case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
I love how this is the anti-Ace Attorney case, where essentially the judge is actually more on the defense's side than the prosecution. He's actually blaming the prosecution for doing something wrong. In our timeline, just in the main series, the judge, he'd be like,
oh, the evidence is tampered with. It's the defense's fault. Oh, their fault, defendant. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
but wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What? Well, Lord Van Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time? 'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue the matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Magnus McGilded.
Good grief, you've got more to say, have ye?
Just one thing, a warning. This is far from over.
Well, something to be looking forward to then. Wah ha 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 ha!
Are you hereby the defendant, Master Magnus McGilded?
Not guilty. Yeah, essentially this guy's ye old Matt Ungard. I can't believe. Yes, I'm not gonna read this. I'm not gonna read this. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict, and my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. With the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us.
That certainly was a long trial.
And I think this has been a long episode. Anyways, as much as I'd like to continue it on, I have to do something now. So, anyways, I think that would be a good time to end things off. So, I really appreciate that you stuck around So, with that said, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a good viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.